everybody, welcome to STEAM. We're going to be making two different musical instruments today. So for this first one we're going to be making a harmonica, and these are the supplies you need. So you're going to need 2 popsicle sticks, 1 straw, and 3 rubber bands, and just some scissors to cut your straw with. So this one's really simple. You're going to want to cut your straws first, so you want 2 small pieces. Just make sure they're long enough that they're going to be wider than your popsicle stick. So I'm going to cut it about this wide. It can be much wider, as long as it's a little wider. So I'm just going to cut it to make sure it's nice and wide. And you just want 2 that are about the same. They don't have to be exact this time. This one is not super precise. So as long as they're about the same, that's totally fine. This one's just extra now. I'm going to put that aside. And we're done with our scissors. So this is all you need. You can decorate it if you want. Add some color on there. That's always fun. So one of your rubber bands, I got this nice big thick one because it's going to go around your popsicle stick. So what you do is you put it on the top and then put it on the bottom. So it's actually going to go all the way around your popsicle stick, just like that. So you want all the way around. It's easier with the thick one. So if you have a thick one, use that thick one there. And now you've got your popsicle stick with the rubber band. You're going to put your 2 straw pieces on there. And then you're going to squish them down with the other popsicle stick. So you've got as a little sandwich with your popsicle stick with the rubber band, your straws in between, and then another popsicle stick on the bottom. And you can do it one side at a time if it's a little hard for you to do both. You want to just close both sides though. We're going to do 1 rubber band over here. You get tight if you can. And on the other side, if you had trouble keeping your straws in, you can just put it in right now. But you've got the other side over here, and you're going to close it up again with your rubber band. So you just want to rubber band both sides. Both sides are going to have that straw under there, and just that one popsicle stick is going to have a rubber band on it. And you are just making your own harmonica. So what you should see is just a tiny gap in the middle here. You can see a little bit of the rubber band in the middle of your sandwich, and these straws are just creating kind of a gap. So here's the moment of truth. You can test it. Awesome. So that's the vibration of that rubber band in there. So you can hear it. You've got your own little harmonica. Great job. Alright, so we've got our harmonica. So we also need a drum for our band. So we need a can. Any size can is perfect. Another rubber band. I did this thick one, but it could be thin. I just picked this one actually for the size. It's going to go around your can. So whatever's the best size for you for that one. 2 sticks. These are actually my drumsticks. So these could be pencils. They could be wooden spoons, anything you have. And a balloon. So another really simple instrument. You don't need too much. So your step 1, and you're actually going to need these scissors again that you had from your first craft. Your step 1 is going to be to cut your balloon. So just start by cutting off this little end here. If you need to cut off more later, that's really fine. But start by just cutting off the thinnest part there. You don't need that part, so that's going to be extra. We'll put it aside. So now you want to stretch your balloon like a swimming cap over the top of your can. So mine feels a little bit too tight, too small at the bottom, so that's totally fine. I'm just going to cut it a little bit more. So I'm going to cut it about half actually. Maybe a little less than half. So feel free to just keep cutting until you're right about the size you can stretch it over, but you do want it to be tight. So don't cut too much at a time. Make sure you're checking it out, seeing if you can stretch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it, stretch it, Alright, so I got it all stretched over the top here. Make sure it's nice and tight so it's nice and flat on the top. Alright, and we're going to use our rubber band just to kind of make sure it's held in place. So there's one part of mine where it's a little bit, you can see a little bit lower. So I'm definitely going to make sure it's covering that part. So it just tightens it a little bit. Just an extra security. We don't want it to bounce out and contract back into a regular balloon shape. So that's all you really need for your drum. You can do it with your fingers. Or you can use your little drumsticks. It makes a pretty cool sound. And this is another great one where you can decorate your can a little bit too. So if you have Sharpie markers at home, if you want to create kind of a cool design for your drum, that would be awesome. So now you've got your two instruments, so you can start a little band. You've got your harmonica and your cool drum. Alright, awesome job. Thank you guys.